Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Upo Yahweh Shem Shai, Washem Kakodash, Kal Halagam Yahweh Shem Shai, Washem Kakodash. That's in the ancient Hebrew saying our praises to Yahweh in Yahweh Shai, and name those great. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah, God or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. I want to give the honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to all the brothers and out there pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel, shalom. This lesson, I'm not sure I'm going to name it. Was just thinking, you know, well, just doing this still, and how the destruction is coming. Jamaica, breaking news: Jamaica become the first country to make central bank digital currency legal tender. That's a great push, a major push towards MOTB. Chip mandatory chipping, mass chipping of the world, fulfilling one of the last major prophecy before the destruction, the return of our Lord. That's how close we are, you know. Very soon people will be lining up and being forced to take that MOTB. Some really giving up, some just caving into society. But to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we've been saying these things, as is written. Them despise him that reprove it or rebuke it in the gates, or they hated him that reprove it in the gates. And I think that's Amos 5 and 10. And First Peter 4 verse 5 or 4. They think it strange because we know run after them with esteem excess in the speaking evil of us. And because we follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, we have been hated and despised, and people look upon like we're idiot, Well, ultimately because them can't receive the word of the Most High, because the Most High bar them from it. But very soon, right, and it's manifesting already, but some still blind to it. The Most High, will justify his elect, and these people will be proven liars. Right, they're proving that, hey, you are the ones that forsake the Most High, and forsake his prophets, or forsook his prophets, and I'm just going to get destroyed. That's just it, Precept we are in deck of 3 precept, so I'll bring out laws when being edified until I go there. This is Ezekiel 33 verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, even one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And every time reading this precept, I can't remember one of my uncle them. You see big old smirk on his face every time you see me ask about my religion. I'm like, alright, so but them think it's crazy, them think it's strange, and it's just the most I bar them from it, So me and the family members coming to this truth. Me personally, a lot of brothers testify as well, who were novice, believe that we could have brought this truth to everybody, because it was so exciting to us that, hey, we need everybody to get this, because it's sweet. When we find out that it was rejected and our good intentions backfired against us, and people mock us, people separated themselves from us, think we're crazy and all of that, which she would tell us clearly that if they had received the Aushai words, they would receive us, but they didn't, and if they love him, they would have loved us, but they didn't. Them crucify him, them persecuted him, so we should expect the same. Verse 31, it says, And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. So they don't really believe you. They don't really give a shit about the Most High. Why? Because they're entangled with the affairs of this life. All a nigga want is basically, money, bitches, fame. A bitch, all she want is pleasures, money, fame, whatever. They don't give a shit about the Most High. Them think light of the Most High and put the Most High upon the back burner. And even if them do go church, just to feel good. So it's not just in true intentions. Because at the end of the day, them just don't believe. Why? Because them don't see it manifesting before them. And they see the words of the Most High profitable. As the scripture said, they took light of it. But very soon, the world gonna witness the weight, the true weight of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai words. Them going, well, they will regret it. Which is just the Most High as well. Verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that had a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they would not do them. And when this cometh to pass, though it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So it's going to come to the point when things are happening, and they're going, shit, them want someone they tell about this, and we never take them serious, think that they're mad. Because I've heard it. I've heard words back came from family members, friends, which we expect these things, People tell us that these things would happen, but they don't believe, them think we're mad. But when it start manifesting in front of them now, they're going to say, shit, the conspiracy theories were right. Too late, motherfucker. Alright, and fulfilling the prophecy, say they can run to and fro, seeking the word of the Lord and shall not find it. Too late. Scripture say, in their affliction they shall seek me early. But early is too late. Right? When you had the time, you didn't seek the Most High. As Scripture say, when place of repentance is open unto them, they took light of it and despise it. You don't want, woman don't want to stop being fucking worse. Woman don't want to get correction. When they tell them, say, yo, stop being a whore, you're supposed to have one man, you're supposed to reverence that man. I say, we don't worship no man. I fuck you. He said, most I gonna put you to death. You tell a nigga to stop fuck man, woman, basically man up. Wait, you tell me about brother, so next man I fuck your woman. Alright, then big up yourself. Most I gonna put you to death too. Right, they don't want to hear. Right, they reject the Most High. Right, and scoff at his prophets though. Kudos to you. You just know you're going to them that time will come when they're going to reap the fruit of them labor. Because Most High is just, that which a man so that he are going to reap. By the time it's going to come here, when the Most High going to prove his words right here, when we will stand on behalf of Yahweh Shemeshai's word, then, by default, we'll be proven correct. That's the side I want to be on. This is Micah chapter 7 verse 5. Says, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. For the son dishonoureth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Amongst enemies are the men of his own house. And coming to this show, you're going to learn one thing: shut the fuck up. You need to teach somebody, like you teach your family members them, try to force them to get this truth, and shut up. You don't need to tell your woman nothing either, because in the day you're going to backfire upon you. But nevertheless, the most I make it happen that, hey, them can't say never hear. As Yahweh said, if you have not come, then they have cloak for them sin. But now him come, they not no cloak. Yahweh rip that cloak from them, that covering, no excuse. So now them have to face that destruction, with shame. Yeah man, you fucked up. We pray that, hey, we keep kind of be worse for us. We know, we teach it. So if we depart from it, then we're going to be double trouble. Alright, so we shall be beat with many stripes. Or we know better, so I pray the most I keep that spirit on us, But for the most part, it's just an exaltation to hopefully let out there, pushing this truth, teaching this truth to people, and read all of the bad feedbacks, Jeremiah, and come for people good, and then turn against him and kill him. But we're going to be persecuted very soon, and going to intensify. But hey, very soon the Most High going to flip it as well. Let me see, verse let's continue reading. It says, verse 7. It says, therefore I will look unto the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God, my power will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him. It says, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as a mire of the streets. Yeah, so these nigger woman, Israelite woman, where look down on the man of the Lord and chat shit about them. Just know she shall be trodden down as a mire of the street. Because he analyze in the time of Jacob's trouble, yo. You see an article say, oh, tampon get scarce. Like, shit. Yo, the most I go judge them, you skip a test, them shall be, instead of a sweet saying, they shall be stink. Well set here, Boldness, like, that bitch, the name again. I remember her name. Woman who basically, a fuck Crown Will Smith. I remember her name. Jada Pickett or something like that. Alright? But, hey, these people, the most I go prove, the most I go make him word manifest, yo, about the destruction that's coming. Why it's important to follow him and his word, and the consequences of not taking heed and despising his prophets. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him, and made no account of his labor. He saw these heathens and the wicked for people. And the wicked for people and join hands with Esau. Despise the Most High, despise his prophets, think we're mad, despise us, shun us, mistreated us, or ill-treated us. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Because they think say, why Jesus will come, on white horse, with rainbow, and some naked white baby. For save people, save the Christian them. Never expect we'll get saved. I think we're going to hell. It says, and they repenting and groan for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools account to this life madness, and its end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we heard from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness had not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where they lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. What had pride profited us, and what good had riches without wanting brought us? And that's what them all come down to the reality. Say, oh, them pride, what them have, never want to serve the Most High, never want to humble them little self. What does it profit, Only for a moment, them receive a tainted glory, and now we're lost in shame. It says, verse 9, all those things are passed away like a shadow, as a post that hasted by. Because guess what? In the world, seriously, the fashion of this world are changed, and that's what's manifesting. So that's the lesson. Hope it is edifying to like out here, giving our praise to the poor, how about Shem Yoshai, about Shem Kakadash. The ones and two elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the Shalom.